till 10 to 9.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chair, I'm largely covered by the colleagues. I think many of the aspects have been covered. And I also think it's very difficult when one, with all due respect, have established that there's a huge or a large probability that the credibility of this witness is tainted. And that makes it very difficult to actually scrutinize the rest of the testimony. But let me just revisit some aspects. Chairperson, when I watch a very bad movie, badly written movie, I sometimes have to watch it twice because I don't understand what they are trying to say. So let's just revisit certain aspects. On your version, Mr. Mkhwanazi, you're an agent. I think we've established that it's actually an informant. But you were working, Mr. Nhlanhla, and you were gaining his confidence. Am I correct? That's your version.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. We've also established that it's common cause that the PKTT was also investigating Mr. Nhlanhla. You know that?
Yes, that's correct.
Honorable Kolopana, you are disturbing this house. Proceed, Honorable Professors.
So, and in your association, or you associate General Mkhwanazi with the PKTT, you said that previously or earlier today, that he's the commander in your eyes of the PKTT. So he was investigating Mr. Nhlanhla, am I correct?
It may be that way. However, remember the head of the PKTT is Lieutenant General Khumalo.
Yes.
But now that is based in the KZN, he may have influence in their investigations. In that context, it's correct.
Okay. But now you are at the same time saying you are investigating Kat Nhlanhla, but you are also alleging that General Mkhwanazi is involved with Kat Nhlanhla. Am I correct?
I did not allege that way. I said they had a meeting and they met, and as Major General Senuna testified, he did mention how he could assist Kat Nhlanhla with his case, and also ensuring that purchase orders are indeed expedited to the advantage of Kat Nhlanhla.
Okay, but if both of you were actually investigating Kat Nhlanhla, you were on the same side, actually. Not.
Cannot be.
Why not? Why is General Mkhwanazi the enemy if you are, according to your version, working Kat Nhlanhla to expose him, expose his links? They are doing exactly the same. That's why there was this outrage at the disbandment of the PKTT, amongst other issues. But because of the fact that it seems as though it was done to stop the investigations into Kat Nhlanhla.
No, in actual fact, if the second session that General Mkhwanazi did meet with Kat Nhlanhla, and he has offered him some purchase order, and he has even said if he can give information about General Sibia, one, he will take away that attempted murder case. Two, he'll keep his contract. So that kind of investigation cannot be regarded as a pure investigation.
Okay. In your statement, you then, with regards to this visit, and when you followed Mr. Nhlanhla, according to your version, you give an address in your statement. I won't read it out loud. Are you pretty sure you followed him to that address?
That's the address that I saw him going into.
But you know what that address is?
In Nhlanhla? No, I don't know.
So you stood outside that house. You didn't see what kind of house it is.
Yes, I passed, I saw where the car entered, and I went to stop elsewhere. And
Where did you
later-
stop? Near the house.
No, downwards, but taking an observation towards the house.
You must have seen that it's a protected house with guardhouse and with police outside the house. You must have seen that.
Not many police, but there were, yes, there was a car.
Mr. Mkhwanazi, you wouldn't have been able to stand there in that street. I put it to you. Secondly, I think you know what house that is. It's not very difficult to establish it, but it's also very, very irresponsible to put that address in your statement. And then you say, yeah, that you can't expose other people to dangers, but you do that with this address.
No,
It's very irresponsible because you know what address this is. You know.
no. Unless Chairperson, if I knew, I would have going to say, I know the house, but I passed the house and I drove very far and I saw that car going into that house.
Okay. On your version, you then also made it look and appear as if you were close to Minister Mchunu. You fabricated messages, according to your version, screenshots of messages that you made it look as if you sent to the minister and he sent to you. But there are certain messages that has been discovered in this whole and exposed in this whole process in front of the commission and in front of the committee that you sent on signal to the minister and he replied to, and when he appeared in front of the committee, he also confirmed that he did receive those messages. Now, there's a message that you sent him on the 26th of January 2025. And that message, and I'm paraphrasing, you say that there's a meeting that's going to take place between the Deputy National Commissioner, that's Sabia, the COS, the Chief of Staff, Nkabinde, and yourself in Durban. And that it's with regards to the Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi matter, and that it's significant. The minister replies and he says, don't unnecessarily. Do you remember those messages? It's not in the bundle. Oh, I can't see it in the bundle because it's very unclear, those messages that's in the bundle.
Yeah, that message was spoken about, and I recall now when you referred to that answer, not necessarily, yes, kind of, yeah. I remember that message.
Now, what was the purpose of that because that was not a message that you staged or that was there to create a certain impression. You sent the minister a certain message. Well, why did you send that to him? And did you meet with Nkabinde and Sabia?
No, that message never took place. I was trying to, because now where you speak about the Khumalo matter, I'm trying to remember, but indeed that message was sent because the minister then responded the way you say. But then the meeting between myself, Gavin, and the DNC never took place. And in fact, I wanted that message perhaps to take place. And then that question was asked so many times as to what was it that was about Khumalo.
On your version, you were investigating this. You were investigating the irregularities in criminal intelligence. That's your version. And that included General Mkhwanazi, that included General Khumalo. So on your version, did Minister Mchunu know that you were working these people, that you were doing this operation?
No, it's not like that. In the entire versions, there's no way we say General Khumalo had to be investigated.
But he was head of criminal
Yeah,
intelligence.
there was
General
no-
Mkhwanazi says that there's irregularities. Who will you investigate?
Yeah, but that message did not imply. I wish I could find that message.
But what was the Khumalo Mkhwanazi matter then?
I cannot remember. Maybe if we can get another question, let me just try and get this message.
I don't think you'll be able. It's not legible
But it's on
in
page-
in your bundle. You won't be able to see it. No, you can't see the word there. No, Mr. Mkhotsi, let me rest there. I don't think we're going to establish anything more. I think, Chairperson, it's very clear. I think we know or I know what I wanted to know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable James.
Thank you so much, Chair. Mr. Mkhotsi, how are you doing today?
I'm still okay.
You still okay? You're fine?
Yeah, I'm listening to the fire.
Listening to the fire. I'm asking this question because you had a hit on your life not so long ago, where they shot on you.
That's correct.
What happened there?
I went to Fort Loros,
Mm-hmm.
and as I was driving towards, after passing the garage, I saw one car. It was a buggy with some sports lights. But on top of the sports light, one light was not working. And as I drove faster, the car drove faster. When I turned a particular direction, the car started following me. And I sent the security guys to say, hey, I'm being followed.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was driving, because when I increased the speed, they also increased the speed. And I drive more faster to another township. And I sent the message to the person I went to see to say, I suspect that I've been followed. Now, part of the area where I was after turning, there's a little kind of a bridge to go down. And as I went left, I didn't see the car coming. Then I continued driving inside that area, which I was not that much familiar with. But after some 2-3 minutes, I saw the light of the same buggy, which the other part was not working. And then I started driving fast again. When they approached me, the first thing,
What car were you driving?
driving the maroon, what is it called, man? Chevrolet.
Hmm.
Yes. Now, when I saw them coming much faster, I also drove faster.
Mm.
And at that moment, before I could catch the higher speed, I heard a gunshot. One gunshot. That's when I turned left. Where I turned, there was more like an open space. That buggy passed on a very high speed to go and make a U-turn. When they were making a U-turn, that's when I climbed off the car and started running.
Sure.
Fortunately, there was a car coming, which disturbed them. When you make a U-turn, they had to wait for this car to pass. And I kept on running to another dumping site.
So when they were firing all those shots in the, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
No, I was not in the only one.
Because it was shot in the driver's seat. I think there were more than 8 shots
Yeah, no, it was
on that
shot.
door.
No, it was not shot.
So you escaped death on that day.
Yes, that's correct. It was only one shot which was hit while I was inside the car.
Okay, and you're okay to give testimony today because the previous witness that came before us said that there was a hit on his life and he couldn't remember certain things. So I'm just making sure that this doesn't impact your memory. You are still okay.
What happened, I opened a case and the police really assisted me. After 2 weeks or so, I received a letter saying they found some DNAs and I should avail myself that they can take my DNA.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Mr. Mkhwanazi, we need to establish today who is this man appearing before us
That's
in terms of your credibility, right? This morning you told us that you manufacture wars, you are an entrepreneur. Some people here have come to tell us that you were comrade. You heard that, right? Minister Nkunu, it was asked earlier on that you were newsbreaker. I think it was Cedric Kabinde. You're a comrade, you were newsbreaker, you were cheerleader, you are an activist, you are a fixer. And today you tell us you are an agent. Who are you? All of these labels that you've been given. Who are you really? Who is Brown Mkhwanazi?
The part of the comrade, indeed, I am a comrade.
You are a comrade?
Yes.
The activist part?
I don't know how they define their activism as, because one person was asked, what is an activist? So I'm scared to get to say I'm an activist in which sense, but the part of the verse, even tomorrow, or even if I can make a video call at my place, you'll see I have a place, I'm running a liquor business, and there's a cheese anyama, I also cut meat and all.
And you're the agent.
Yeah, the part of an agent, you know, until otherwise. That is what I know when I was recruited.
Okay, tell me something. Did you receive any training? And I'm specifically speaking, referring to the fact that you say you're an agent. Did you receive any training?
What I have given here that was opposed by honorable members, that's the most of what I've actually obtained, apart from being an informant and so forth.
What did you obtain? Because there's mandatory training that you need to undergo
What?
as an agent. There's mandatory training that you need to undergo as an agent.
I hope when this letter is written, you'll also have to meet different contact agents.
Okay, I want to ask you, did you ever undergo?
I can confirm to you of those that I know, many who cannot even express themselves, who knows nothing.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to know about them today. I want to know about you. I want
Yes.
to know because in SAPS, I serve on the Portfolio Police Committee. I know that you are meant to undergo training on the legal framework.
No, that's
You didn't do any training,
It's
mandatory training on the legal framework pertaining to agents. You didn't,
No, no.
okay? The operational security, that's another requirement.
It's not, those things are not there.
Not there, okay.
Mr. Mkhwanazi, please talk to your mic.
Okay.
Don't leave it.
So you were an agent, you didn't do any training on the legal framework, you didn't receive any training.
You know,
Just simple yes or
yeah,
no, sir?
no,
No.
those legal trends.
Operational security,
The knowledge and the a little legal knowledge is what I have attained
okay.
through
So
my
the
participation.
formal training, you didn't get anything on the operational security, nothing. Report writing or
Report
record
writing.
keeping, yeah?
Contact agents, those are things that I know how to do, but it's not
I'm
that
asking you, I'm asking you
No.
specifically about
No.
the training. No,
Contact agents
right?
never get that.
Where does this training get done? Do you know?
The
For all
concept-
agents,
I don't know.
you don't know.
Yeah, but you
And
see, Honorable,
who's responsible for this department?
that's why I'm saying the affidavit of the person who wrote.
No, I'm asking you because you are an agent, right? So when
No.
you're an agent, you are meant to have received all this training. And I'm asking you, where was this training provided
For contact agents,
for an agent, whatever you want to call it?
I don't know. There's
You
no
don't
such
know.
thing. You know,
The
Madam,
training
Honorable,
is done at head office.
no, please, maybe I should just say this. Honorable Member, Honorable Chair, I'm aware that you are perhaps in this Intelligence Committee, Joint Intelligence Committee. I think after all this that has happened, I wish to be summoned that I must bring something. Because we'll repeat same thing I'll say, contact agents. I will check even those who were recruited
Mr.
last
Mkhwanazi,
year.
the thing is this, we also verify. We also try and get information in terms of, did you attend the training? Is there records of you attending the training? And this is what I received back. That these are basically, this is the training. It is done in Pretoria. And it is the person that heads up this unit is actually General Kumalo.
Maybe it's a new thing.
It's a
Will
new thing.
never have.
This has been there forever.
Chairperson, you'll never find agency
Mr. Mkhwanazi.
10 of them.
Is it your evidence that contact agents do not receive police training
Not police training.
or agents
The-
training?
All the modules or whatever is mentioning now,
Never.
you'll never find unless, because you'll have one-on-one all the time. I've never found any room full of agents. I've never seen that.
I'm
Seated
not
in one
asking
classroom.
you if you did the training with other agents. I'm asking you. I'm not asking if there was a crowd.
No, you'll be given some booklets, you'll be given, but not the training of. a
Thank you
class-
so much, sir. I'm not going to go any further. I want to ask, what was your real motivation for becoming an agent? Was it
Okay.
for civic duty, financial gain?
Honorable James, please pause a little. Honorable Malemo.
No, sorry, honorable member. Do you know a place called Musanda?
Where?
Musanda?
Musanda,
Mm.
in Limpopo.
No,
No,
Musanda in Pretoria.
Oh,
As an agent, you should know Musanda.
no. Chair.
Again, I'm asking you,
No,
if you are an agent, you should know Musanda.
There's no place. I've
There's
never,
no place
I've
of,
never been to Musanda. But I can tell you of.
have you
different-
ever heard about Musanda?
No,
Okay,
but I can tell you of places
oh, no
where
problem.
I went,
No, no problem.
yes.
Honorable Nomvalo.
No, I just want to broaden my understanding, Mr. Mkhwanazi, out of what you have told us.
Yes,
So if you say you are given booklets, you don't receive formal training, you mean you meet your handler in the first instance, correct?
that's correct.
And then he gives you booklets.
No, at some stage as we are working, as we are doing some operations.
So how do you know the do's and don'ts?
You see, that's what I was trying to tell you earlier about undercover agents who are classified as the top secret spies. They have those trainings that you are referring to. They are police officers. It's just that they don't have official whatever and documents and telling. They may be those referred to as by that top secret place where they get paid every month, just that they get paid cash. I was trying to show you the two affidavits, that this affidavit, which they are not, which they are saying I'm
No,
not,
because
they are referring to
this is
that
not my
particular-
time. I don't intend to be long.
Right.
I'm asking this because your scope is very complex.
Yes,
And it involves establishing a link or keeping a link between crime intelligence and informants.
that's correct.
So how do you get to know the ethics of conducting that work?
That will be a traditional way we've been doing this, and
So after you've been registered, they just send you to the field
no, it's not.
without inducting you.
That's why I'm saying you are referring to those belonging in the agent program. Those are literally police officers. They even have ranks, these agents.
What is the traditional way of doing things?
Meeting your handler, filling the form, submitting information, meet with whoever you can meet with, where you are tasked. And you can, if you can check, most of this work that they do is different from what we've been doing all along.
Okay, Honorable James, please proceed.
Thank you, Chair. What was your real motivation for becoming an agent? Was it civic duty, financial gain,
No,
passionate?
I did not become, I was recruited.
You were recruited.
That's
So you were
correct.
recruited and they didn't provide any training. That's fine. In all these operations that you participated in, let's say, did you participate in any drug busts as an agent? Because as an agent, you go undercover. You said earlier on, you become part of certain operations, you take on roles. What did you specialize in?
CIT, I did before.
Cash in transit.
Yeah, you see, now.
So do you become part of the
No,
ones robbing? How does it?
Those that Honorable Malema is talking about, they get involved the way you're speaking together with informant. I have never, you won't find me saying, being arrested with criminals and I get exonerated and I go, no, not that particular
So
one.
what role did you play?
It's coming here and talk about that, it's very difficult for other people to understand.
No, we'll
If you
understand.
have-
Not other people will understand.
If
can
you
tell us.
have a network of informants, if you are a contact agent, like I mentioned earlier, you get some notes. That is why even if you can come to my house, you won't get a piece of paper talking about this. Unless maybe, and even the phones I use, I have a different phone that I'm using for that thing. It's I don't know how to make people.
Yeah, no, it's
understand.
fine. That phone that you have, who provided you with that phone?
Which phone? The one
You
I'm
have a
mentioning?
different phone,
A
yeah.
different phone.
You have
Oh,
different
that-
gadgets.
Yeah, that you'll have when you have money, they'll tell you, get yourself a phone. Or
You have to buy your own phone.
when you get money, when they give you money,
How much money have you made with all these operations?
yo,
Just more or less, because you've been doing this for very long. Just more or less.
yeah, it's a lot maybe, I think.
Just maybe like how much, sir?
Different operations. Oh,
Let's say the last 3 amounts you received,
even 100K, more than that.
100K
Yeah.
for one operation.
I've had different operations.
Okay. And those are successful operations that has actually led to convictions.
A real successful
real.
operation, yeah.
So your last operation, you're saying you got about 100K.
You see,
Mr. Mkhwanazi,
no,
time is running out.
as I'm trying to show you something now.
Yeah.
There's an operation. Like maybe I've got some money, I'll book hotels, I'll even get some cash, put in the account in the bank, rent maybe 2-3 cars for different people. It's a different sophisticated operation. I wish there could be a way to deal with this, not in a manner of the
Yeah.
public, like like we spoke about the
Mr.
intelligence.
Mkhwanazi, what was the most you've ever been paid?
I cannot, I don't know how can I put that.
You can just tell us. It's not difficult.
No, like I spoke about 100K.
100K.
Mm.
How many operations have you participated in?
Around 8, 9. Big
9
ones, yes,
big ones, 9 operations.
different ones.
You mentioned earlier on that you were involved in investigations around the PPE tender scandal in 2021. What came out of those investigations? Were you also successful? Did you do well in that investigation?
No, I clarified that part that it's only said moreover after that PPE. That's when General Ramaphosa called me.
So you didn't do
I
any
didn't do
investigation, you didn't go undercover in that, you didn't find
No,
anything?
it was after the PPE scandal.
Okay. At any stage, did you provide intelligence relating to drug trafficking or drug dealing networks? Have you ever been involved in an operation pertaining to drug dealing?
No,
Nothing. You don't know of any drugs
Yeah.
being trafficked. You spoke extensively earlier on about the operation at one of the correctional services where you had access to the OB book, and this is why I'm asking, are you involved in any drug trafficking operations?
No, no, I've never been.
Nothing. You only do cash in transit operations.
Yeah, no, not only, including, it was this other 2, 3 cases of kidnapping.
Kidnapping.
That's correct.
Okay, so what about kidnapping?
What is, you see, now it's cases of kidnapping where people are kidnapped. We're not, and we're not all successful out of the 3. Only one, the person was managed to be taken away from the kidnappers.
I'm asking, so you also do operations for kidnapping, yet
There was those cases, those operations.
is this because you have experience in kidnapping?
Those people,
No, you.
no, you get to.
You don't have no experience in kidnapping. You've never kidnapped anyone.
No, no,
Okay, then why do you have a case in 2008 for kidnapping?
I never. Case in
You
2008?
have a case, yeah? 2008 for kidnapping.
No.
Oh, well, I've got it here.
No,
I've got it in front of me. There's a case.
no, no. I've never been arrested for kidnapping.
Well, I've got it here and I have the case number. Okay.
That
I'll sh-
must be tested.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking you all of those questions, because we are investigating allegations of infiltration of civilians within SAPS. So this is why I'm asking you all of these questions. What work have you done? How you were paid and all of that? You understand? I also want to ask, how and when did you learn about the disbandment of the PKTT?
From the media, from the social media.
From social media? You do not have any information prior to social media?
No. I saw the letter on social media.
Okay. Did you provide any services or funds for the CR17 campaign?
There was no way I could have funds to assist the CR17.
You didn't assist with branding?
No, branding was printed. Mine was to go everywhere they were going to brand, not me funding.
Yes, but I just asked, did you assist in any way with that campaign?
No, you spoke of funding. No, I never funded.
Not funding, but how
Yes.
else did you assist and
Yes.
support the
In
CR17 campaign?
distributing the flyers, the T-shirts, and the branding, I did.
What did you do? What was your role?
I'm saying distribution of flyers, the T-shirts.
Okay.
Wherever when there is then what do you call it, rally, I'll go there, put the backdrop banners and the teardrops and stuff.
Okay, so you played quite a crucial and important role in the campaign. Who employed you?
No, for campaign, you volunteer, cannot be.
You
paid.
volunteer.
Yeah.
You just went out of your own.
That's
You
correct.
weren't working within a structure. You weren't working part of
No,
the
no.
campaign team. You just went out of your own and you started handing out T-shirts and flyers and
Obviously, there's a team of people that you see wearing a shirt, TR17, who will talk to you.
so you went all over. Where's all over?
In most part of the country, I went.
Most you traveled. Who paid for those?
The campaign,
The campaign paid. Who in the campaign?
but there are different people. Sometimes
Who?
I spoke of Kaiser, I spoke of Brasoli. And when you campaign in politics, it's not all about being given money. Sometimes you take from yourself. And
So you played a key role in the CR17 campaign.
I don't know how.
Throughout all provinces, part of distribution.
I never came to the Western Cape, for example.
Okay,
Yeah.
8 provinces you covered.
Yeah, 3 of them are very close to me, yes. I used to go here and there.
Okay, you attended the January 8th statement celebrations in 2025 in Cape Town. You facilitated flights, accommodation, entertainment, logistics for the minister's guests, right? Under whose instruction?
There was no minister's guest.
But the conversation between you and Mr. Matala clearly states that this is for the minister's guests.
No, I don't remember that WhatsApp.
Okay. Have you ever visited the minister at his official residence?
Yes, we went, it was it last year, 2024?
Last year you visited him for what?
No, the meeting last year in January could not take place. The other one was when I brought the ANC leaders from the Northwest to go and visit to raise their issues.
Oh, okay, so you're quite involved with the minister
Yeah, it's a comrade, yes.
as a comrade.
Yeah.
You're part of the meetings at his official residence
And
with
then
other
I-
comrades.
No, you know, when you bring leaders to meet another leader, you don't form part of the meeting.
Okay, so you
Okay.
facilitate the minister's meetings with other leaders within the ANC.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Even last time, yeah, you know, Lieutenant General Kumal was talking something like a chair, something like a ice boy. That's the small thing I do in this.
I want to ask, how often were you in contact with Mr. Kabinde? Because it now would appear that the two of you arranged the minister's meetings.
Maybe call me. You arranged those meetings 3 times. We never, it was only after September. And I was trying to arrange this meeting with the minister and I spoke to him.
Why did Mr. Kabinde say you were a newsbreaker? And you send him stupid messages. He told us you send him stupid messages, you're a newsbreaker, and you annoy him. Why did he say that about you?
I don't know. I'll ask him. I'll have to ask him that one. I didn't hear him. And maybe Chair,
He actually said,
Forgot.
stupid, he sends me stupid messages,
maybe Chair forgot to ask him.
frankly saying that you were insignificant. That's the picture that was created of you.
All right.
Okay. General Sibia, right? Who is he to you?
General Sibia.
Mm.
And
Because earlier on you were crying when you were saying, they just suspended General Sibia immediately and they didn't suspend Kumalo.
no, it's not to cry.
Why are you feeling for Sibia?
It's not to feel, it's a reality. In a democratic country, you suspend this one on hearsay, and those who are criminally charged, you don't suspend them. I mean, it doesn't need one to be a friend.
Okay, the reason I'm asking you this question because we're trying to establish the factions within SAPS and on which side you are. You agree there's factions?
I don't know those factions. I wish I knew which factions.
General
belong.
Sibia testified that said that you came and you had a meeting with him because you were telling him about a plot by crime intelligence members. Tell us more about this plot.
No, it always came from the sources that
So you warned him that there are people plotting against him.
kind of, yes, I told him. I don't know if he took it as a warning or what. Yes,
Was that the only meeting you held with him?
in Cape Town, yes, yes.
Why was it important for you to tell him about that?
Because I cared about him, remember?
Cared about him.
That's correct. And remember, I through my handler, he arranged that I should meet with him and I met with him.
You cared about him. You just said you don't really know Sibia.
It's-
But now you cared about him.
It's a
Sounds quite
normal
personal.
thing if there's a plot to remove any person from Israel, I believe one will have to care.
Okay. On Mr. Kat Matlala, court documents show that you made multiple attempts to contact Mr. Kat on the day General Mkhwanazi gave the media briefing on the 6th of July. Why? Why were you desperately trying to get hold of him?
No, it was not desperate. He called me.
He called you on
Yes.
the 6th.
Yes, he did call me, and I answered the phone. And then he called me for the second time. That's when his phone, I could hear on the other side that the phone went off. Maybe that was the time it was taken. And then the same day in the news, or was in the morning, it appeared that his phone was taken.
Why? What was the conversation all about?
No, he told me about his trip to Devon and confessed and confirmed that the time when he went there, he met with General Mkhwanazi. Another thing, it was not the first time he called me that day, even a week.
But I'm just saying on this specific day, there were quite a few calls made
Yes, he
between the
called.
two of you.
Yes, but it was because of the press conference, obviously. He was talking about,
So you had interest in what General Mkhwanazi was saying?
yes, both of us.
Okay.
And he told me that, you won't believe I went to meet that guy.
I want to ask you, Mr. Kat Matlala is involved in drug dealing and trafficking because you were investigating him. You told us earlier on you're investigating him, so you should have quite.
We have not even, remember, we are too much into this tender, but I've never had any lead about drugs and on trafficking.
How long were you investigating him?
No, it was that time, September last year, 2024, and last year he was arrested.
And you didn't pick up that he's involved in any drug dealing?
No, I don't think he's involved in drug dealing.
Okay. Why did you not disclose earlier on? I think two of my colleagues asked you about your many cases. Why did you not disclose this in your statement?
Disclose, what do you now remember?
Disclose the many cases you have against you, your records.
I did not deny them, but I was not even aware that I had to disclose them.
So you weren't aware that you are meant to disclose, that it would have been an ethical thing to do, to disclose the fact that you have 17 cases against you.
There were maybe registered cases against me.
17
that's what
registered
I'm saying.
cases against you. Assault GBH, 6 assault GBH cases. Against who were those cases? Who were the victims?
I can't remember. It's a long time.
Long
And I
time.
was still young, most of other cases.
These cases go back 2006. From 2006.
It's very, very long.
You have
But,
all sorts of crimes here. All
See, and that's the thing, when you own a liquor place, when people are fighting, you will end up always being, before having the ability to hire your bouncers and stuff.
you sort those people out yourselves.
You will have
Okay.
those many kind of cases.
So theft of motor vehicle, you also steal people's cars.
Yeah, it was not stolen. That guy owed me and I took his car.
You took his car, so it's okay to take people's cars. They owe you
Oh, that
money, you
time I
take their
took
car.
my
That's thuggish behavior.
Oh, those years, and he paid me immediately.
So, but that is thuggish behavior,
It's
thug behavior.
yeah, maybe, but ultimately I had my money that time.
Sure. Okay.
And if I didn't take that guy's car, it happened differently because my grandmother is the one who called me. And the car, I parked it in the garage and those guys came and I explained to the police, I don't have a problem. Either if you, Sergeant, give me my money, you can take the car.
Okay. The other case, offenses against administration of justice. What was that all about?
I don't know.
There's a 2011 case.
Administration of justice.
You don't know. We've had so many. The fraud case, what was that? What
No,
does that
that-
relate to?
No, it was these guys who were doing some cuts and stuff.
Cards, what cards?
Yeah, and when they got
What
arrested,
cards?
bank cuts.
Bank cards.
Yeah, but we got them arrested in that one.
These guys,
Yeah.
but you have the case number against you.
Yes.
So
I
you were
was
part, you were
yes,
part
yes, but it
involved
was
in
immediately, I did not
fraud,
even,
credit card, bank cards.
no, they had, it was,
Mr. Mokgotsi, why are you saying they? Ek praat van jou.
in the case I was not, there were people with me and I don't even appear in court that time.
No. Please hold on, James. Mr. Mkhwanazi, did you get charged for fraud
Yes, all of us that
by
day.
police? Did you appear before a competent court of law
No,
on charges of fraud?
only them, they appeared and I was late.
What happened to you?
I was told to, I did not appear. The person we were working with came to talk to the prosecutors and I left. That was not even my case. It was kind
No.
of operation.
You were charged. Once you get charged, officially charged by the South African Police Service, that case is a case against you.
Yes, but
Yeah. So stop saying they.
all right.
Yeah. Say we.
Oh, we.
Yeah. Please proceed, Honorable James.
So you have 17 cases against you. Many of these cases were before you even entered into SAPS as an informant and as an agent, and still you were recruited, despite having murder, domestic violence, kidnapping, theft, GBH, road traffic, common assault, theft of a motor vehicle, all of these cases, you were still allowed to operate as an agent in SAPS.
No, and There are not even one pending case against me. And
And all of these cases, you're saying out of all of these cases, there was no charges, no pending cases. Which court did you appear at?
now there is one where I appeared that with fine, where I was convicted and I paid fine.
Thank you, Honorable James.
It is safe to say that we had a criminal appear before us today. Am I correct?
Whichever way, Honorable James, if you see a criminal before you, there's nothing I can say to change your mind.
Thank you. Honorable Sangoni.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Good evening, Mr. Mkhwanazi. Mr. Mkhwanazi, I think Honorable James has asked you this, but maybe let me be more direct. Who are you here to protect? Just about everybody who's come is here to protect one person or the other. So having listened to all of the testimonies, who do you think is lying in your version?
Lying in which, lying to who?
Well, we've had two different sides of, what seems to be going on in SAPS. You are at the center of it. So do you agree with, the allegations that have been made by General Mkhwanazi? Do you agree with Minister Senzo Mkhwenu's version? Who are you here to protect and support?
Yeah, it's not about protection. And I believe who alleges must prove. And I believe General Mkhwanazi will still appear and bring evidence. The same in Nhlanhla, I'll be applying for his cross-examination. So he must prove. I did not know on the side of Minister Senzo Mkhwenu, I hear they're talking about the PKTT, which is an administrative matter that I cannot comment about. It is those in authority who know the decision was appropriate or not. But in relation to being part of the cartels and all these things, well, it's not true. I know it's not true.
Okay, do you appreciate that Minister Mkhwenu is accused of being part of the cartel or disbanding the PKTT, everything that is alleged against him because of you?
No, I don't appreciate it. It cannot be because of me. I did not write this letter.
No, it is said that you were the go-between between Minister Mkhwenu and Kat Nhlanhla.
If Kat Nhlanhla and myself, including Minister Senzo Mkhwenu, were somehow in cahoots, Minister wouldn't have insisted on the review and subsequently have the contract terminated.
Yes, that's the contract, but then the PKTT, you apparently have been pushing that the PKTT must be disbanded because it's bothering your friend that you're investigating, Mr. Nhlanhla.
No. And those, it's so important that irrespective of who is involved in what, if even today, I believe if Kat Nhlanhla has a case to answer, he must answer for it. There was no way I could say he must not answer. But in this, I can't say a PKTT should be disbanded for Kat Nhlanhla. But in case you ask me, do I think the disbandment of PKTT was somehow appropriate or relevant? I'll say yes.
No, I didn't ask you that, but I'll come back to that. Now, this agent story, in your mind, was it really the most plausible explanation you could have come up with? Why would you not have accepted, for example, the narrative that says you are a komtsotsi who goes around extorting people, you are leveraging your relationships, because there's absolutely nobody in the intelligence community who doesn't know where Musanda and what Musanda is. Why did you have to make up stories about being an agent?
I did not make up a story.
You said on the 5th, I'm assuming, no, before the 5th of July, you called the president to intervene the day before General Khumalo was arrested. You're shaking your head. You said it.
Not calling, I sent the message.
Okay.
Yes.
For him to intervene. That was your
In
word,
January,
right?
in January and 2024.
Okay, how did you expect the president to intervene?
He would have employed his advisors or whoever and meet with the Minister Senzo Mkhunu or whichever way he could. And I believe he would have had maybe both sides of the story, even though the commission is now and the committee is currently doing that now.
Okay, now you're saying we're currently doing that now. And you've been saying here, each time you want to hit back at the members that there's a truth that the committee is not going to get to, that there's action that you expect this committee, Nhlanhla and the president to take. What action is this and what truth do you think we're not getting to?
I'm not the only witness who came here. And the committee decided to focus on the personal issues about the witness. Even in Nhlanhla, when Major General Sinona spoke about the meeting between, the same applied to Paul O'Sullivan. For sitting here, let's say now.
Mr. Mkhwanazi, you're on the platform. I'm allowing you now, instead of explaining what was wrong, tell us what it is that you think we are not getting. You've already said we are concentrating on people. So what do you think we should know? And what is this action that you think we should be taking?
Just interrogate the evidence that is provided.
Okay, fine. I thought that was what the members were doing, but let me try. So you've been very concerned about being called a liar. In fact, the first time you mentioned professional liar was when you said the Nhlanhla Commission had called you a liar. So help us understand so that we don't come to a conclusion that you're lying. In your evidence, you go to a lot of detail about Prince Simagade KwaZulu-Natal and his role and Richards Bay and so forth. Are you aware that the Zulu royal family has distanced themselves from your testimony and they're saying that these are wild conspiracy theories?
I'm not aware.
Okay. Are you aware that Prince Thokozani Zulu, who's the brother of Prince Simagade and also the spokesperson of the royal family, says your allegations are surprising and completely false, and that Princess Magade has never opened a case against Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi like you claimed?
Yeah, but if there's a case number here, it can be verified. I cannot lie when there's a case number.
Okay. On paragraph 27, you say Senior Prince Willie Zulu traveled to Gauteng where you hosted them. The royal family has again distanced themselves from this, saying that you have offered them no information, confidential or otherwise, nor have they received any financial, logistical, or any kind of support from Mr. Mkhwanazi. And again, I assume you want us to accept your version. So can you prove to us that you indeed hosted Prince Willie Zulu?
Oh, and thank you for that one. In fact, the evidence leader asked me, how did we host the people? Not that we paid for their accommodation or any other thing. It was for their safety. When they came that time, I can't remember which paragraph is that. When they came, we ensured that they get to a place where it was safe. And we got the police in uniform to come and help them open the case, not to host them financially or to give them food. No, probably I did not.
They've said you've never given them any kind of support. So should we take it that it's the royal family that's lying in this case?
No, but I have the person and the contact number. I cannot say royal family is lying unless the person who came is not telling
Now
the truth.
you said you obtained information that King Msizulu and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi are CIA spies. Where did you get that information?
It is from the same statement that we wrote from the same case number I'm referring to.
Where did you get the information?
The statement which he wrote on the A1.
The one that the prince says he didn't write.
The one that he sent, yes.
And you are saying he wrote. Oh, I see. Now you said that the Western interest that they were protecting was securing supply of coal to Israel. How was the supply of coal to Israel threatened?
It was during the time of the ICJ case when, now that's the view when we are discussing with handlers that because of the case in the International Criminal Court, the CIA was threatened that South Africa may even stop the supply of coal.
Okay, so you're not quite sure how it was threatened. You assume it may have been threatened. Now, what call do King Mrs. Zulu and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi play in the supply of coal?
According to when the case was open, they felt, like I said, even the Chinese, they wanted to contract the Chinese there. And
King Mrs. Zulu and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, what is their role? Are they coal suppliers? So what role do they play?
General Mkhwanazi, according to those in the Nongoma side, they harassed them because they wanted to contract the Chinese people in the space.
They
of-
arrest who?
They were those people who opened the case, the
Prince Magadi.
and Zulu, I'm talking of Prince Magadi Zulu. His aide came and whoever he was with.
So they're protecting the supply of coal to Israel by arresting Princess Magadi Zulu.
No, because he wanted to bring in a Chinese company to be responsible for that distribution.
Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi,
No, the royal, those came.
King Mrs. Zulu.
And as they alleges, it is now General Mkhwanazi who's working with King Mrs. Zulu to stop them from appointing this Chinese person.
Does that make sense to you, Mr. Mokhot?
The two rivals in the royal family, they're fighting.
Mm.
Now, these ones, the rival feels that General Mkhwanazi, King Mrs. Zulu is probably benefiting from this,
So the CIA agents are bringing Chinese to take coal to
not the
Israel.
CIA. The Chinese were brought by this Mrs. Zulu, not Mrs. Zulu, sorry, Smakati.
Okay, and then how then the general neutralized this opposition? Who are these members of the royal family that that General Mkhwanazi killed?
Not killed.
No, your statement says murdered. Murdered is killed.
In my statement?
Yes, it's in your statement.
No, it must be attempted probably.
It's in your statement, sir. I will help you just now with the statement. Paragraph 26. In the execution of his mandate of the CIA, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi on numerous occasions sent members of the PKTT to intimidate, harass, and attempt to murder members of the royal family. Who were these people?
Attempt. That is according to the case that was opened. They opened an attempted case made out.
Okay, the case, I think you are the only person who knows it because the royal family has distanced themselves from it, but let's move.
Chairperson, may I request that in those submissions, I should rather get you more information on this.
It's not a problem.
Okay.
Now, let's go to you and Minister Mkhunu. Minister Mkhunu defines you as his comrade. Can you just elaborate on how you came to know Mr. Mkhunu, Minister Mkhunu?
During those, it was including 2016-17 campaign, that's when I started talking, but I knew him before, just as a comrade.
What happened? How did you meet him?
During the campaigns.
And you just became tight with him?
No, we are not tight. We were, because I was, like I told you, I was doing most of the branding and distributing. We also went to, when was that place in Empang, not Empang, not, it's Tulundi. Sometimes we're distributing flyers there. And then we went with this other comrade.
You were
from Kokstad.
distributing flyers with Minister Mkhunu?
No, we went to Kokstad. That's where I think Minister Mkhunu was the time. But we had not ever been tight. And during CR17, as I was branding and everything, I used to go to every rally, in particular where he was also attending.
Do you know Minister Mkhunu, or you just see Minister Mkhunu as a comrade? Do you know him? Do you have a relationship with
No.
Minister Mkhunu?
That's a comrade. I've emphasized that.
So you went around.
Can we pause there, Honorable Sangoni? Honorable Nomvalo?
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Mr. Mokhosi, do I understand you to be wanting to link the current power struggle in the Zulu Royal House with your allegations that you are making about the current king and General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi?
No, I'm not linking the power struggle. I'm only referring to a case. That's why I'm requesting perhaps there should be even 7 days deadline that I should make sure that I get to the relevant information, including recent statements that I can obtain for what these people have alleged.
Yeah, no, this question follows the responses that you have been giving to Honorable Sangoni, and also what you have written in your statement on paragraph 25, wherein you are saying Prince Magate is currently involved in litigation contesting the Zulu kingdomship of King Mosizulu. So I'm trying to establish nexus. How is this relevant to your allegations? Smagate fighting for power in a court of law, and the allegations that you have made about General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi and King Mosizulu being spies. So how does this feature in your allegation?
I don't get your point, Honorable Member. We are
I
saying,
beg your pardon?
I don't understand the question, Honorable.
No, the question
You are
is-
saying, I'm bringing this,
You are bringing a court case,
all right?
yes, championed by Prince Magate against His Majesty. Within the allegations that you are making against King Mosizulu and General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Now, I'm asking the relevance of this litigation in your allegations, because it is within the same paragraph
That's correct.
of your allegations.
That's correct.
So I'm trying to establish nexus. Do you intend to say here, this court case is also related to your allegations about?
No.
So how does it feature?
Remember, I'm trying to show that the same two people are having a court litigation.
Which people?
King Mosizulu and Prince Magate.
And so what?
No, is to say the difference is not only in the issue of the Richards Bay. They also have their differences.
So?
Must be noted that they also have the difference.
For what?
Because he's the one who opened the case and made those allegations somehow.
No, but how is it related to the allegations you are making here against King Mosizulu and General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi?
No, you see, the fact that we don't have a statement which was written, where the author of the statement is saying, because he has a problem with the brother, General Mkhwanazi is being used to attack them. That is the whole thing about it.
No. I don't think you hear what you are saying. I don't think you hear.
Okay. I don't think he's going to hear. You have asked many times. Let's also give Honorable Malema.
Thanks, Chair. No, you can't say we must give you a time frame to bring that evidence against King Mosizulu and General, because Honorable says you're making allegations, but you can't show us any direction of what informs this. You say it's in the statement.
That's correct.
Yes, you did not bring the statement.
No, I did not bring the statement.
How did you obtain the statement?
The statement is not obtained by me. Remember, I said I can never obtain statement. Even that section 252, which was operationalized, there must be a member
How
of
did you
SAPS.
get the statement for you to use it in this committee as an authority? How did you get it?
No, the statement was written and I was there and I know the allegations.
You've got the copy of the statement.
No, I don't have the copy of the
So
statement.
how are you going to give it to us?
No, I'll have to get people to go and get the statement. They have to go and fetch it. If need be, they'll obtain your statement.
So why do you want to bring the statement? Because when you went to Kenya to investigate these things, why are you not giving us your findings?
No, the person I met there is still going to respond.
Or you are still investigating the king till now?
No, he said he was going to respond and was going to come back to us, but he had those suspicions. That's how I responded.
Thank you. Honorable Sangweni, please proceed.
Thank you. In your response just now to Honorable Malema, you said the statement, you were there when it was written, so you were with Prince Magade.
Not Prince Magade, the
But you
state,
said Prince
Zulu-
Magade opened the case.
no, I
Yes,
said,
Mr.
no, Command, Honorable Member. Prince Magade, he sent Prince Zulu and the 8, there were 2 when they came.
So who opened the case? It's not Prince Magade, like you said.
It's Prince Zulu.
Okay,
Yes.
let's move. By the way, do you know that General Mkhwanazi was very, very unhappy about the Richards Bay deployment? In fact, he went so far as accusing the presidency of interference. Now, how does that align with your view that he was neutralizing the opposition, to use your words?
If it's true he was not happy, it means I'm wrong. If it's true he was not happy with the president, but I believe that, as you have said in the committee, and that I'm central to this thing, it's incumbent upon me to ensure that I gather this information as soon as possible.
Your information is a bit dodgy, Mr. Mkhwanazi. So General Mkhwanazi alleges that you have access to highly classified and confidential intelligence information. Do you have security clearance, Mr. Mkhwanazi?
Why don't
You testify that you sent a picture to Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, which shows a picture from a presentation from Crime Intelligence, where you said Lieutenant General Kumalo is pushing a narrative that he's involved in cash transit heists. How did you access this information, and were you permitted to have access to this information?
No, the source gave it to someone and it came to me also through my,
But you've been telling us the whole day here about classified information, so you don't have security clearance. How do you get access to classified information?
now the people who are sending to me, they'll have to answer if that is, because all I can tell you, the picture of Crime Intelligence, it cannot be, for example, like the proof of payment for the properties that may be classified. And the picture of a presentation.
You know, it's against the law to have classified information when you do not, you are not entitled to such.
Yes, I had to.
Okay. All right, let's move. So you say on paragraph 44 of your statement that the letter addressed to General Masemula by Minister Mkhunu, inter alia disbanding the PKTT, was leaked on social media on 1st January 2025, and that through that social media leak, it came to my attention. Is that correct? Am I quoting you correctly?
That's correct.
So you only became aware of the letter on the 1st of January 2025 on social media?
That's correct.
Now, in the WhatsApp conversations that were downloaded from Mr. Matlala's phone before the disbandment letter, you sent a message to Mr. Matlala on the 31st of December. If you look at your bundle, it's BM 718, page 56. In this message that you're sending to Mr. Matlala, you say D-Day, and that Mr. Matlala should stand back. What did you mean by D-Day on 31st December 2024?
That is answered by the messages came before that one. Because if you check the message underneath, he said, stand back, I don't understand what you mean. Then I said, for your safety and your business. Now, if you check where I started, I'm worried, my brother, the same page. And then he said, about what? That's when we started talking about.
Mr. Mkhwanazi, what is D-Day?
For well, there's the message I shared to Kate Matlala that that day was the day, because they were saying the PKTT was coming to his house, and I said, well, just that I cannot remember this.
Let me assist you, Mr. Mkhwanazi. 31st of December 2024, you say D-Day. Is it because you were expecting the minister to issue the directive on that day?
No.
So what is D-Day?
I need to show you something, Honorable Man. That Dlamini said that won't change my contribution towards. Because I made a conscious decision and I'm not backing down. Whatever help the minister needs from my side, I'll be happy to assist. I just don't need to fight a losing battle. But here I said I was worried about his business because we heard that the PKTT
Mr.
was coming.
Potts,
The
did
D-Day was
you
that.
know that Minister
I didn't know.
was?
No.
So what did
And-
you mean by D-Day?
I was saying they were going to go to his, remember?
But just drag a little bit your mic towards me. On my direction. Yeah.
Sorry. Honorable Chair, I just need a second here so that I can remember. Because maybe I must check this in my phone. I said, I'm worried. Now I'm worried, my brother. And he said about what? And I said, today is a GD on the other side. I think you should also stand back. That's me. Stand that back. I don't understand. Okay? For your safety and business. That's what I was talking about. Because there was information that they were going to go to his house and they're going to arrest him again. That's why I was saying I was worried about his house. The D-Day was about the payment of, that is why I say 25% outstanding issues. Now this again, today is a D-Day on the other side.
Okay,
Outstanding-
let's move, Mr. Mkhwanazi, because you're making this D-Day to be many things.
No,
I'm putting it to you that you knew that the directive is going out that day and you were warning, or at least you were celebrating with Mr. Nhlanhla that today is the day.
No, Chairperson, I remembered. I'm saying the D-Day was the D-Day for the payment. That's why I say outstanding issues. Now this is again, today is a D-Day on the other side. I never said any other thing. I remembered
Which other side?
for the payment of the accommodation. That was the 30, if you check.
And that's why he should stand back.
No, that's, these are
Mr.
two
Mkhwanazi, I'm going
messages.
to ask you a number of questions around this and I'm running out of time, so please work with me. Now, this is the 31st of January 2025 at 13:51, New Year's Day. You informed Mr. Nhlanhla that you'd be meeting with Minister Mkhwanazi and General Sibiya. Good day, I've arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister must have a solution. What was the solution you were seeking to find there?
That is the message that I sent to, it was not about, what's the message about? I just have too many things in my mind. But the message I sent to Nhlanhla.
Okay, you've forgotten that one again. Let's move. Same day on the 1st of January, 22:58. This is the only message that you've disclosed. You sent a message to Mr. Nhlanhla saying the task team that came to your house and harassed you has been dissolved. Now, according to your version, this is because you found the leaked letter. Now, if I put it to you that the letter was not leaked on the 1st of January, it was leaked on the 2nd of January, how would you explain this message?
It was leaked on the 2nd of January.
Yes. On social media, it first appeared on the 2nd of January, not the 1st of January.
No, I don't know how. Maybe I got it on the 1st of January. But
Where did you get it from?
from the social media.
Where? Social
I
media.
think from one WhatsApp group or something. But you know what's important now, Chair? Honorable member has been asking me questions and unprepared on the side of this thing. This thing is very blurry, I can't see. I need, this should be emphasized because where I spoke about the outstanding issues, now this again, today is a D-Day on the other side. I also think you must stand back. The other side, it was for the payment of the accommodation. If you check going forward, and then he said, worried about what? That's when I said about, I'm worried about your business. And now you must, we must just fight what come your way. I never, this was talking about them going to his house. The next part, it talks about if I help him, how he'll contribute and all those things. Now, if you continue checking the message, you'll realize that he then paid. We managed to push only. These messages are very blurry. I wish Chair could find maybe 5 times or 5 minutes that I can open this from my phone. Because these are very blurry and this is a very important part that must be explained. Because I know that I was talking about the payment. One of the messages will show that by the 31st, we must have paid the accommodation.
Okay, let's assume we go with your version, Mr. Mkhwanazi, because I'm running out of time. So you say D-Day, today is D-Day, and then you say you must stand back for your business and your life, or whatever words you use. If he hadn't paid this money for this January 8th thing, his business and his life or whatever was in trouble.
No, that was, you see, those are two messages. If you check on page 50, that's what now shows that he paid, there's a proof of payment of 38,000. And if you look at the conversation, it will show he must have paid by the 31st.
Mr.
And then
Mkhwanazi,
when you go to this particular part, there's something and when I said I was worried about him, about his business and himself, that was when we had an information that the same PKTT was going to go back to his house because
okay,
remember,
Mr.
yes.
Mkhwanazi, you are neither a member of the PKTT nor part of criminal intelligence. Nobody has ever testified here that the PKTT was going back on the 31st. So please don't try and mislead us here. I just want to ask in the last couple of minutes that I have, in the evidence that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi put before us, he says in your conversations with Minister Mkhunu, you planned to meet with Lieutenant General Sibiya and Chief of Staff Nkabinde to discuss the finalization of Khumalo and General Mkhwanazi matters. What were those matters that needed to be finalized?
This was the time when Lieutenant Sibiya and Lieutenant Cedric Nkabinde felt that they must meet together with General Khumalo and General Mkhwanazi for peace sake, just to address issues that were outstanding. Because I remember
And
that.
where did you enter there?
I don't understand when you say.
Like, what is your role? Why would you be so concerned on finalizing matters relating to two SAPS generals? You are not a SAPS general.
Yes, but it's a similar thing. You once heard General Mkhwanazi saying he asked the minister that I must come to a meeting. It's when you are able to see the concern that certain things must be addressed.
Okay, but now we're coming full circle, and I think it is the point that the members were raising here about how you seems to have infiltrated the system. You are at the center of all of this. You said you were doing all of this because this man you're supposedly investigating was supposed to trust you and everything else, right? You ingrain yourself in matters of the SAPS. What do you have to say about the role that you've played to bring all of us here?
It's not me who brought everyone here, honorable member.
Who is it?
It is General Mkhwanazi who alleged that there is a big five and together with General Khumalo. It's not me.
We've got messages where you're discussing political killing task teams. You are going around, going to be putting together generals. The trail goes back to you. You are at the center of having brought Minister Mkhunu, Nhlanhla, General Sibiya together. Do you have anything to say? I suppose I should phrase it like that about your role in this.
I believe that's the message which Mr. Mkhunu never received.
Which one?
The one you are referring to.
He never received it.
No.
What do you mean?
That was the message which I sent to Kat when he insisted he wanted to meet with the minister. And I then manufactured the message to show Kat that the meeting will take place. And if you check correctly, because it was that close, I can't check the period. If honorable member can show me where, yeah, there we go. Good day, I've arranged a meeting between the minister, we have a solution. And this message is never reached. I never involved Minister Cyril Ramaphosa. It was a message that I made to manage Nhlanhla because it was clear that Nhlanhla must never meet with the minister.
Okay, I'm going to ask you my final question because I think I give up. Did you ever promise Mr. Nhlanhla that you would get the PKTT disbanded?
I didn't even know it could be disbanded. I didn't know if there's any way. I thought it's a promise track. I didn't know where it came from and where it could be disbanded. I never promised him such. The important thing that is very crucial about the questions that you have just asked, like I said, it's unusual for me to sit the whole day, one get exhausted, but I remembered that the due date to pay that payment was the 31st. And when I spoke about the meeting between Sibiya and what was never a message, I concocted that message. I think it's in my Nhlanhla statement that the message, that's when Kat decided not to come to Cape Town because he realized that the meeting was not going to take place.
Okay, I'm going to ask you for the record so that as and when you answer, you know that you run the risk of perjuring yourself.
That's correct.
Whether you deny, you don't deny, I just wanted to put it on record that if you're lying, you are perjuring yourself. Did you discuss with General Sibiya and Minister Mkhwanazi the disbandment of the PKTT?
Never. And we never had a meeting, myself and General Sibiya and Sezonto. That's never happened. I met General Sibiya in Cape Town. The time when he said I left without paying a bill, that was the only time I met General Sibiya.
Thank you. Chairperson, through you, in this 7 days of Mr. Mkhwanazi supplying evidence, I really want him to show us how he and he alone saw a social media leak on the 1st of January when everybody else saw it on the 2nd of January. Thank you, Chair. I'm done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Sangoni. That's noted. Honorable Malema.
No, I want to understand, Mr. Mkhwanazi. What do you mean you did what to those messages to appear like they come from a minister?
See,
No, there's a word you used. What did you
yes,
say?
yes. Those messages,
I think he said concocted.
yes, kind of, you know.
So you pretended like you are a minister.
No, as if I spoke to the minister.
Or you
Cat.
you
And
were
not only
lying
that-
to him.
Yes, because
Yes.
it was
That's what you
agreed.
do. You lying to this guy.
No, yes, I lied to him, but it
Yeah.
was agreed I must manage him. He must never meet the minister. And if you check, immediately, we even spoke about the house in Kems Bay, where I asked him. He never availed the house because he learned that the minister was not available. That's when he decided that he was no more
He
coming.
never gave you the house in Kems Bay because he realized you are lying.
No, probably yes.
Yes.
But what I just told you about the messages, in whatever submission I'm requesting, I can show even you most of the messages which were submitted to be coming from Cat were done the same way.
Yeah, I think the reason why Honorable Malema is saying because he realized you were lying is because Mr. Nhlanhla himself, before this committee said, he regards you as a con artist,
Yes, he said so.
an extortionist,
Yes, he said so.
who does nothing but to extort and drain him of his monetary resource.
No, remember Cat in prison, he learned on TV that he didn't know, he thought he was going to meet the minister. He learned on TV when I was speaking that I was managing him, he was never going to meet the minister.
Okay, Honorable Skosan.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Mkhwanazi, I'm going to start, where you spoke about the issue of being an SDTU, which you said between 1993 and 1995. If I may ask you, have you ever rendered a military service to any military organization, statutory, non-statutory, which were involved in all sides of South African liberation war from 1960 to 1994?
No.
So the issue of you that were involved in 1993, 1995 is a lie.
Not a lie.
Now, in the essence, I'm asking you, because in 1994, there was a new South African National Defense Force after 1994. Are you aware of that? So what happened to you at that time?
Mr. Mkhwanazi, your mic must have a very tight relationship with him.
All right.
When you turn like this, you push it like this. So push it back towards the door. Push it back again.
Yeah.
No.
So what happened from 1995? What happened? What were you doing?
To me,
Yeah,
No.
as an SD.
Mr. Skosana, please wait. Mr. Mkhwanazi, the mic is here. So if we struggle to hear you here in the chamber, you must know it's worse to the public.
Yeah, I think, yeah, just there. Yeah, so what I was asking,
Sorry, Mr. You
I
can move back a
yeah,
little
I
bit.
think I should face it.
Yeah, you must face it,
Yes.
please.
so in 1995, what were you two doing?
You see, that's why I said the 1993, that SDU we had, like myself, if you check my age, I was not qualifying to be in the army.
Yes.
And then I never even got involved in any formal training of shooting and stuff like that.
Yeah, so in 1995,
Yes.
there was nothing in 1995. Do you agree?
In terms of,
The SDU.
there was from 1990, yes, 1995 it ended after many people went through the things too.
In 1994, it ended.
No. No.
Where?
Referring
In
to-
the Northwest or in Soweto?
Even in Soweto.
No, I'm asking you, where?
Soweto,
Where were
Soweto.
you operating from?
So like from after, when you go to Orange Farm, after
What-
Tembeleke, there was this big informal settlement there.
Okay, Mr. Mkhwanazi, let's start here. Page 25. Do you have any evidence to support the allegation about Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu? Because this matter has been ventilated many times here. About this CIA being the CIA agent. And if this is not true, you must know that it's perjury. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Have you not fabricated? Because you say you can concoct things, you can fabricate things, maybe you even fabricate with your friends dockets.
No, we cannot fabricate dockets. They have case numbers, and just like the SAP 16, what you have on your phones. What is important is obtain the original docket and meet the person who came to open the case. Make sure that he or whoever was involved is giving a new statement.
Okay. You are aware that we are here because of what General Mkhwanazi on the 6th of July has told the nation.
Yes, I'm aware.
Now, most of the question will be based on what he said to us here. Now, page 28, do you have evidence that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and the state of Israel has interest in the coal which is moved throughout Port Richards Bay? And if not, you must know it's perjury as well, like the Honorable Sangoni has asked you and other honorable members.
Yeah, if I keep on saying that emanates from the statement that was written, I don't know who will carry the perjury case. Because if I get the original statement, I will be able to show this is what I was referring to.
Now, let's go to page 30 in your affidavit. It is not true that you drove to KZN to follow Kate Nhlanhla, but we are claiming that and twisting that which Nhlanhla himself told you and us that after his arrest as per paragraph 31, this meeting was confirmed by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and Major General Sinona through a WhatsApp message that was written by Mkhwanazi to Sinwane, which was read at Madlanga Commission. Do you agree on that? On that version?
That they had a meeting.
Yes. That the meeting was confirmed.
Yes, from what was discussed in General Senona's testimony, yes.
Nhlanhla himself, Mr. Nhlanhla, if you remember, we visited him in the pre-prison in Pretoria. He testified and confirmed that the venue of the meeting, which is not number 35, Stanley Grace Crescent, but an apartment at Pels Umhlanga, and he denied that he gave Mkhwanazi money. What is your version on that?
Yes, remember, I'm speaking on what he told me on the phone. And if I say I followed him, I couldn't see who was there. There was no way I could have said it was General Mkhwanazi in the first place.
But now, if you said you followed to that number 35, Stanley Crescent, but they never went there. They went to Mhlanga Pels.
Unless they had a different, but that's where I went that time.
But then you went there. Have you seen General Mkhwanazi and on
And I,
that place?
and I also said I didn't see General Mkhwanazi. I didn't even know.
So they issued the statement here that from the airport, you had your own people from the airport. It's not true.
No, it's true.
Now, how do you then go to a house where there's no General Mkhwanazi?
I didn't see any of them. I only followed the car which Kate was driving.
Fine. Now, if someone has fed you with this information that Mkhwanazi reside at the State House as alleged, which you wrote in your statement, is there any evidence to prove this statement, i.e. from phone triangulation, vehicle travel records, including a tracker, toll gates, fuel stations, and street cameras?
If there is a way to obtain them, I believe the commission can go and look. I did not.
So you don't have evidence at all. Maybe we'll be wasting state money if we do so. I just want to hear from you, because that exercise can be done. Because on page 38, do you have any evidence? As per your statement, during my investigation on Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, I came to learn that all his suspects did not make it out alive, and all of them are basically deny the right to a fair trial. What do you mean by that?
No, I was saying usually the suspect in the KZN, most of them who are dealt with by either the PKTT or police from KZN, they usually die in the scene.
So who do you suspect?
No, I'm not suspecting. I was saying usually that's what happens in the KZN.
So, but the information is an informer.
No, but this is all over. You always hear they were shooting with the police, and no one, like in other provinces, it doesn't happen like that. It's only in the KZN that you'll hear people had shooting with the police.
But because we are paid, remember you said, your job. I mean, you even went to Kenya. Have you gone to KwaZulu-Natal to find out exactly why?
No. I didn't go there. You always say there.
Is your handler a colonel or a major?
I cannot.
Not the name.
Yeah,
I just want to find out the rank.
Yeah, also,
there's a colonel.
also, Mr. Mkhwanazi, it is not true that only in KZN fatalities come out of a shooting with police.
Yes, I did say that earlier, Che, that it does happen in other provinces, but it's very prominent.
No, you have just said only in KZN.
Only KZN, that's what you said.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, no, sorry, but earlier I said.
Please
it happens
proceed,
a lot.
Nkosana.
Yes. So what I was asking you, that you went as far illegally so to Kenya, but you said you never went to KZN to find out exactly why, as you said now, though you accept that it's not only in KZN, but in your view, what causes that allegation which you just made?
No, I don't know. I'm just wondering why.
So you don't have any evidence. You've got nothing on that.
Like I said, 90% of things that I'll provide will be information, and that information will need corroboration to be converted into evidence.
Now, you know what does that mean? It means, again, it's another case of perjury. Should be considered. Page 39. Do you have any proof that Magnum Security was awarded a contract and Mkhwanazi and Cele facilitated this? If not, as well, you must know that we will be misleading us if you don't have
Is it page 39 or paragraph 39?
Page 39. I mean paragraph 39, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Paragraph 39. You remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Yes. What's your take on that? Do you have a proof of that?
No, it's only information.
I'm sorry?
It's only information.
So it's like a gossip.
No. It's a similar, I've said that earlier, it's a similar information General Mkhwanazi gave, He never gave evidence.
Let me put it to you now, that there's no, and was never a handler at the crime intelligence that you, Mr. Mkhwanazi, we are working with now. But I want to test that. If there's any, hence I ask you whether it's a colonel or a major. If there's any, it means both of you are running an illegal operation, which is not authorized. Therefore, I think there should be a criminal investigation unless you disclose your handler, maybe in camera. Do we agree on that?
Yes, we spoke about that.
You agree that you can disclose that?
Yes,
in
we
camera?
have agreed that I will be making submissions.
Now, let me come to the issue which I think one of the honorable members asked you about as well. In 2016, 2017, were you a campaigner for CR17?
That's correct.
Were you managing that?
I was not managing, I was part of the team.
So were you paid from those bank statements? Is your name there?
Which is the bank statement?
There were bank statements of the CR17. People were paid, you know, who were working, who were helping and doing.
No, I never received money from CR17 like that.
So if you remember, it was run by the then now Minister, Mr. Kondongwane, and others. So you were not part of that from the Northwest.
No, from the Northwest, there was no Mr. Korongwani in the Northwest.
No, I'm telling about you, that you were not one of the person. Like now,
No.
you were about to run the Senzo Mkhunu presidents, am I right?
No,
As a campaigner.
no.
Okay. Let's
don't
come
even
to
know
this.
if there's that.
I'm sorry?
I'm not even aware that that campaign. there's
Okay. You said earlier here that you sent 2 messages to President Ramaphosa.
That's correct.
Am I right?
That's correct.
He never responded.
He never responded.
What was it about?
What was?
What was it about? That message which you sent to him?
I did say, Mr. President, the crime intelligence is about to collapse.
Your mic, Mr.
I did say the crime intelligence is about to collapse.
Now, did you meet at that time? I'm talking about in Nazareth, President Ramaphosa or Minister Mkhunu?
When I sent the message.
Yes.
Oh.
Or any
I never met
Mr. Mkhunu,
President.
Minister Mkhunu.
Physically?
Yes.
I did meet him before.
Where?
I never met him, President Ramaphosa.
Now, I think Honorable Malema asked you, who gave you the contact number and what was for? If you remember well, you remember that?
Yes.
You remember how you responded?
Yes, that the numbers, I have a lot of numbers, but they came my way. If I'm looking for numbers, one is able to get them.
So we are sure that your name is not on those sealed documents?
No.
Now, let's come to this issue again, because there's Mr. Dlamini in your WhatsApp messages. Who's Mr. Dlamini?
It's Nhlanhla.
Or is it the other name?
Mkhwanazi.
Which you deny, if you remember. You remember that?
Who denied?
Mr. Nhlanhla.
He denied that he's.
Yeah, is Mr. Dlamini.
I don't know if he denied, but
Okay.
I saved him as that.
Now, there's an allegation as well which you've made here. But before I ask about this message which you are communicating with other, I'm not sure whether government personnel, there's an issue which I've asked you, which I'm going to go back. Your handler, is he a colonel or a major?
He's a colonel.
Is not a major.
No, there's no more major rank.
No, I remember, yes, I know that. Remember, I served in the police portfolio committee. Are you serving this crime intelligence you are talking about? Is it the military one?
No, the crime
Is
intelligence,
it a defense military?
Mkhwanazi,
No.
why?
not DI, is a C.
Okay. Now, you sent here, is it you, on the 22nd/01/2025? Breaking, President sends an outstanding warning to the police chief, national police commissioner, and crime intelligence head.
This page,
On your, I think it's one, BM7. No, it's not BM7. It's BM7.75, page 113. President Ramaphosa and GNU parties asked to investigate Investigative Directorate ID and the Independent Police Investigative Directorate IPID to probe National Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Fani Masemula and General Kumalo for corruption, fraud, and theft of crime intelligence funds. This come after Parliament Police Portfolio Committee on Police open a case against crime intelligence head. Am I right?
yes, but I'm on page 113.
No, I'm talking about this. I gave you the, I said to you, I think it's 1-1. Just give it to you now. The WhatsApp message. Am I right? The M77. Yeah, because it's yeah, I'll check for. I'm checking for you. Yeah, it's BM71. It's BM775. 113. No, it's BM7.63101. Page 101, BM7.63.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Is it true?
That I sent this message.
Yes.
Yeah, this was an article. Yes, indeed, I sent it.
What I'm asking you now, is it true that the president has done so?
I don't know. But
Or-
this was a news article. It's even written here, developing story.
Yes, but it was posted by you.
That's
Am I
correct.
right? Because now, did you get exactly what happened here when you posted it? Because it was submitted by you. So I just
No,
want
I
to
did
ask
not-
you,
I
is
did
it
not
true?
make any follow-up on that.
So you didn't make a follow-up.
That's correct.
And there was an issue as well about the other issue of IDEC, that the investigators there, Pilonchi and Perumal, do you know them from IDEC?
Who's that?
Piloshki and Perumal. They were investigating Fani Masemula as well, and they were promised to be promoted if it's you, but what I'm saying, what I'm doing here is things which you have posted. You said here, Tele was putting a lot of pressure. That's what you posted. So I want to find out as an agent from crime intelligence that Tele was putting a lot of pressure for then acting commissioner, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, to finalize these appointments. It was during this meeting where they all struck the deal. Pelonchi and Perumal will make all the above mentioned cases to disappear, as well as Tele will be protected from prosecution for the 2010 World Cup tender, and from 2010 World Cup tender corruption, and that the 54 million corruption case will be destroyed, as well in favor of all the accused persons involved. In return, Perumal.
I don't even see the page where you are, Honorable.
I'll give you, because these were posted, were attached by you. Will be reinstated. I'll give you the page. Will be reinstated back to the police, and Peloche will be promoted. And the process for those promotional posts were underway. Lieutenant General Nsiye, Divisional Commissioner for Human Resource Management, was instructed by the National Commissioner to facilitate the promotion post, and sources with SAPS confirm that this process is underway, and all the documents and papers and paper trail is available at HRM and the Office of the General. You don't know anything about it, but this was submitted by you.
Yeah, but these are articles.
Yes, but what I'm saying, remember, all these are from you. Those articles are from you. So I want to get the veracity of this WhatsApp, which you attached here.
No, these are just articles.
So you are not sure. You
No,
just
this-
gave us this information.
Yeah, this were just articles. They are not official publication or statement.
So what do you want us to do with this?
You're saying you're going to find me a page.
I'm sorry, all these attachments, there's a lot of attachment you send here. The WhatsApp ones.
Yes.
Yes, so what I'm asking you now, because you say these are articles and you send all this to us. So what was the intention?
These are bundles, the exhibit bundles of all the communications between myself.
Maybe put differently. These articles are shared by you
That's correct.
to Mr. Nhlanhla.
Yes.
What was the intention? What did you want Mr. Nhlanhla to do with this information?
Yeah, there is that information. Remember, I saying there are a lot of these articles. One information, when he told me he have the iPad guy, I thought he could share with him. But where there is an article that says, well, I really cannot see this, what he's referring to. And I don't know, I should say do this or don't do that, but I know there was information that I gave to Kat with the hope that it will reach the iPad guy of his.
Okay.
So what will the iPad guy do with the stern warning issued by President Ramaphosa to Masemula and Kumalo?
No, these other ones were articles. That's why I'm saying there is a message that spoke like the properties and other things.
No. Mr. Mkhwanazi, you yourself
Yeah.
send, that's what Honorable Skosana is trying to establish.
Yes.
You send articles through WhatsApp to Mr. Nhlanhla.
Yes.
So the question is, what was the intention for you to send those questions?
No, it's for him
To send those articles?
So then
Now,
think-
your response to that is maybe we'll send to the IPID guy. But the point is, what will the IPID guy do with an article that says President Ramaphosa sends a stern warning to Masemola and Kumar?
Yes. No, like I said, Chair, remember the honorable member is having so many articles and I don't see what he's talking about. And I'm saying, I don't know if.
No, I'm making an example about BM 7.63. He started there.
No.
Leave the fact, what
Yeah.
you are saying is a
It's for
second.
him, it's for him to
Wait,
read.
wait, Mr. Mkhwanazi, wait. What you are saying is a second incident. Both the evidence leaders and Mr. Skosana referred you to BM 7.63, which is in page 101,
That's correct.
where there is an article about President Ramaphosa issuing a stern warning against the head of crime intelligence and the National Commissioner. So the question Honorable Skosana is asking is, what value should be attached to this information? As you send it to Mr. Nhlanhla, you are unable to answer, but you say maybe to send it to the IPID guy. But the question still remains, for the IPID guy to do what
Yeah.
with this kind of information?
Yes, honestly speaking, Honorable Chair, I am sitting, I'm very exhausted. And when he speaks, I'm trying to check which messages he's referring to. And he said it's in the book. But I'm saying if there are articles, obviously it's for him to read. I thought he's referring to the information that I spoke about earlier, that I said about the properties and other things. He could share that with the iPad guy. But was for him to read.
Honorable Skosana, please proceed. Apologies for that.
Thank you, Chair. The issue, unfortunately, the witness he wants me to ask him what he wants. He wants me to ask him about the house which was bought for 23 million, am I right? I'm going to ask you about the evidence as well. That you said is registered. Is there anything wrong if it's registered in your name? The crime intelligence, you said that you can't reveal other issues. Why are you revealing about this house? Why are you revealing the registered, that is registered in somebody's name?
No, I did not mention the name of the person.
Yeah, but you said it's registered.
Personal.
And you said you can give us the name, am I right?
Yes, but I never gave the name.
Yeah, you never gave us the name, but you said you can give us the name.
Yes.
Yeah, now, I know you are very passionate about that house. Everyone who came in, not everyone, most of you are very, passionate about that house. But yeah. Let's come to this, Mr. Mkhwanazi. You mentioned, unfortunately, two, I'll call them comrades. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, you said in your statement here that he was aware that you are good at your job. Let me put it like that. How so? Because unfortunately, he can't speak for himself. May his soul rest in peace. But you've mentioned him and you've mentioned Natim Tedwa, and both comrades are no more. Now, I'm just asking you with your submission here, that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi knew that we are good at counterintelligence. So I'm asking you, did you convince him or you've done something for him before?
No, during 2009, to a certain period that is mentioned there, not necessarily working with him, but two people have somehow spoke to him that he should bring me on board to assist in this particular project.
Who were those two people?
One of them is alive, is the current co-handler, and another one is normal. And that is why, if you read the part that I spoke about. And it's not to say General Mkhwanazi didn't know me as a person standing there. But the question, the answer that you asked as to did I speak to him or
Yes.
no? I was told, no, we have to go and meet Baba Mfazi. And then I came and then we went to meet him and with additional person who then spoke about this issue and said, this comrade is able to can assist us in this thing. This does not require a police officer. It requires someone who's flexible, who will be able.
So that was General Mfazi who said that to you.
When I was present, he did say that, yes.
So he introduced to you to your co-handlers.
No, and he introduced, well, because I had a handler, and when he brought the co-handler, I also knew this co-handler is the one that I say is still there.
You know, I'm going to make an example that the similarity between you and Paul also Sullivan. Am I right? Because we are hiding most of the things you don't want to give us evidence.
Yeah, but this is, I have now offered and I've requested, even though I can hear 7 days is now becoming very short for the information that you want. And if I don't pass that test, I know the case will be open. I so wish that as I engage with the Secretary of Parliament, we'll have maybe a few people and they can get the standing committee on intelligence. And it's much easier to present the evidence that you actually require.
Thank you, Chair. With your benevolent, I just wanted to say to the witness, please, casting aspersion to King Goodwill Zwelithini, to King Misizulu and General Mkhwanazi as well. We need that evidence because it has created problems and havoc.
Thank you.
I thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Skosana. Honorable Klopper.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good evening, Mr. Mkhwanazi. Please keep your answers short. The time is very limited. Mr. Mkhwanazi, it's quite strange when you were asked earlier on who do you believe, you said you believe the one who supplies proof. And Mr. Mkhwanazi, I'm sure you can understand the irony in that, as you've provided very little evidence to this committee today.
Information.
You describe yourself as a contact agent, Mr. Mkhwanazi, and you state that you were privy to sensitive information regarding SAPS and crime intelligence. Have you at any stage in the execution of these activities had any contact with current sitting members of Parliament other than Minister Mchunu, which we've already established?
No. Meaning in relationship?
Did you have any communication with any current member, sitting member of Parliament in exercising your duty with the,
No.
with the information that you had?
No.
You were tasked with high-level corruption within SAPS and crime intelligence. And in paragraph 22, you refer to engagements involving senior officials and political figures. Did you provide any information, specifically intelligence, briefing, or documentation to any sitting member of Parliament from these investigations?
No.
Did you ever receive classified, confidential, operational information from any member of Parliament?
Never received.
Thank you. In BM2, page 5, affidavit stating that you were not an agent, it was the affidavit saying that you were not an agent. You said that this was fabricated by General Kumalo and General Shava, who gave the instruction to do so. Do you have any proof of that instruction?
I did admit I do not have a proof.
You don't have, no, that's fine. I just have to.
Yes.
You also defended the basis of the affidavit that the person deposing the affidavit was new. So now I don't understand what you mean by the person is new, because surely the systems and the records that they keep are not new. And they have to keep some form of record of who works there. Can you explain that to me?
Yes, but as I also mentioned that the agent program is referring to is not where I'm falling under.
All right. You have throughout the day claimed that the processes of infiltrating Nhlanhla's networks yet you have spoke about legal strategies with him and to solve problems. Do you realize that this isn't infiltration, but abatement? You were encouraging, you were assisting in an illegal manner.
Yes, but I've never taken any action in relation to that.
But you were sharing information with Nhlanhla, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. All payments that you received were in cash, whether as an informal or on contact agents. Is there any independent audit trail verifying your role? How much money has been paid over the years? And will you please supply that also included in all the letters and information you'll supply to the committee?
No, I always sign that duplicate the paper and give it back.
Will that be able to be supplied to the committee?
I'm not, that I'll have to find out.
Please do. Paragraph 25, you said you obtained information. Did you personally witness any CIA recruitment? In other words, were you there, or do you have any proof of at your disposal, or will it be able to be provided? Because you spoke about the recruitments of the CIA recruitments.
No, I'm basing my information on that particular case that was open, and I'm supposed to bring it forth.
All right, so this isn't information that you have, it's second-hand information.
Of the person who opened the case,
Yes.
I believe we'll be able to obtain something about it.
I know you touched on this earlier in the verbal submissions, but to me it wasn't clear and I have to go back. What direct evidence do you have that Western interest, including coal experts, linked to Israel interests? Is it personal knowledge, or again, is it information that was given to you?
Not personal information.
You in your own words, Mr. Mkhwanazi, you use the words, they were activated in that capacity to protect Western interest. King Misizulu, during this time, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi was tasked with neutralizing any opposition. These are your words. You say it as a matter of fact in the statement.
Yes, as I have received information from the
As you received it, but in the statement, as it stands here, word by word, it is your
version.
your version, your fact. So you are making this as a matter of fact in using those words in this allegation. I'll move on. Paragraph 28, you say that there was a Western interest and that South African government may hold to coal exports. Yet if you go and actually look at the coal exports, it was 47.2 million tons, 23. 56 million in 24, 57 million in 25. So, Mr. Mkhwanazi, if there was an imminent threat from the Western coal interest in Richards Bay, how can an experienced contact agent like yourself not see that the export coal actually was increasing? There was no threat.
Yes, I never said it stopped, Honorable Member. I said that there was a fear that it may be stopped due to the case in the ICJ and this altercation between the brothers. And hence I said, it is my duty. I'm realizing the veracity, the weight this is carrying and how it will gonna affect my life. I will make sure that I obtain information, and where I'm wrong, I'll definitely retract openly and in
I
public.
think I have to stop you, Mr. Mkhwanazi. What else did you have any other reasons for your presence in Richards Bay other than that?
No, I don't.
Thank you. Mr. Mkhwanazi, in paragraph 35, you use the words my suspicion. Paragraph 36, confirm the possibility. In paragraph 37, suspicion. And this was all referring to the CIA agents' allegations that you make. So throughout these paragraphs, you're alluding to General Mkhwanazi being a CIA agent. You refer then to the suspicion and the possibility. Are you therefore saying there's no confirmed proof of CIA recruitment in your affidavit? Because in your own words, you say you suspect, you think, you're possible. So is he or isn't he?
There isn't.
So there's no proof. Because you using this word signals to us that you actually are not even sure. Otherwise, you would say, yes, he is, and that's it.
That's correct.
What information did you receive in Kenya?
Okay, Global, please pause for a second. Malema.
Yeah, what is correct? Are we now at one that General Mkhwanazi is not a CIA agent?
That's correct. He's saying to me, as I am sitting now.
You must say it.
I did not provide any tangible evidence, and I kept on
Yeah.
saying, I'll bring information that must be corroborated. Now, that's why I'm requesting that I should get this information and make sure that it get corroborated.
No, but you
At
just.
the moment, as we speak, he's correct. I
No,
don't
no,
have-
but you don't say it's correct. You must say it. You must say General Mkhwanazi is not a CIA agent.
He's not provide until I provide.
No,
evidence.
no, you can't.
Yes,
check.
he's not.
Sorry,
He's not the CIA agent.
who's not?
General Mkhwanazi,
He's not what?
the CIA agent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Can I
Please
continue?
continue to hold Honorable Klopper, Honorable Sangoni.
Chair, I may be covered by Honorable Malem, but maybe to take it just one step further, Mr. Mkhwanazi, are you now withdrawing the allegations that you have made against both General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu of being CIA agents?
No.
You've just said he is not. Can you withdraw the allegations that you have made?
Honorable members, if I have, you see, for me to say he's not, it's because they're saying at the moment there's no proof that I'm able to provide. Hence, I've said I'm requesting only time.
You said he who alleges must prove, in
Yes.
which case then they must not even make the allegation. So kindly withdraw the allegations. If you think you'll get proof, you can raise them again. But don't put things before us that you are not able to prove. It was your words. He who alleges must prove.
Yes, based on the statement. It means because there's no statement, I hereby withdraw.
We are
And
giving
retract
you,
on the-
we are actually giving you 1 minute to officially apologize to both General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu.
Yes, as I do so, I retract the statement of both General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu.
We are giving you 30 seconds to officially apologize. To officially apologize for having casted aspersions on the shoulders of both General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu of Amazulu.
Yes, I hereby apologize for casting aspersions on the General, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu, the Majesty.
Thank you. Please proceed on, Klopper.
Thank you, Chair. When you were in Kenya, what evidence did you receive there? Can you communicate or can't you? Just, can you or can't you?
Nothing was confirmed.
All right, so the only person that you allude to having to inform what transpired there was former Minister Mteta, who passed away. Yet today you spoke about your handling about every single case, but in this case specifically, it had to be Minister Mteta. Why the difference?
I did also tell the handler. I told him.
But why did you need to tell Minister Mteta as well?
He is the one who said I must go to, I can get something from Kenya.
All right, thank you. You made another allegation against Mr. of General Mkhwanazi, and you wrote specifically the words on numerous occasions sent members of PKTT to intimidate, harass, and attempted murder. This was covered slightly. How many attempted murders do you allege, or harassments or intimidations? Also the names, dates, and the cast numbers. This can also be sent to the committee in that.
Yes, based on that case number, because those harassment and the case that they alleged were open, the case number proves or shows to their statement.
Is it only one case?
We help them with one case, and therefore it means all these other cases were mentioned in the statement of the case that was open.
Okay. What exactly did you mean when you said would solve all his difficulties when speaking to Kat Nhlanhla, meeting somebody? What did he mean specifically by would solve all his difficulties? Do you know?
I did not know.
You described tracking at the airport, following vehicles and staking out residents. First, from an Uber driver. Mr. Mkhwanazi, was an Uber driver also an informant or agent?
No, it's not. No.
Did you pay him?
I just thanked him.
You, sorry?
I thanked him.
You thanked him, you didn't pay him?
No, I thanked him with something.
With something, what was that something?
Around 500 rand.
Sorry?
500 rand.
Please just speak into the mic.
500 rand, 500 rand.
What is the Uber driver's name?
I don't. was Carlo.
Do you have his
remember-
contact details?
Yes, I had his contact details.
Do you have it?
No, I don't have.
So there's no credibility in that statement either. Moving on, Chairperson, under what statutory authority were you conducting this surveillance?
I did not understand the question.
Under what statutory authority were you conducting this surveillance of following, tracking his car, staking out the residence?
No, I'm not familiar and conversant with statutory authorities.
Can you produce any written task order to actually confirm that you had the authority to do what you were doing?
No, I only spoke to my handler and followed him.
But this handler is your cover for every question that we asked you, Mr. Mkhwanazi.
No,
Anything that you cannot answer, you blame the handler that you spoke to
no,
him.
I'm not blaming him.
So when something does transpire and goes sour, what happens then? Because your handler hasn't come to your rescue till yet.
I don't know what you mean by sour, but I've not.
I'm saying if something went sour, something you end up in jail for doing something. Because let me put it to you like this, you could be considered a stalker if you don't have a formal
It's true.
request. I mean, you're following someone without authority, then you're having Uber drivers follow them, and not just them, their wife as well, which is in your affidavit.
That's correct.
All right. So you're saying I'm correct, so you could be a stalker.
If it's interpreted in the way you say it, it's more like a stalker, correct?
All right, thank you. Did you witness any money being handed over from Nhlanhla to General Mkhwanazi, sorry?
No, you only said that.
So this in allegation is entirely based on what Mr. Nhlanhla told you.
That's correct.
Did you ask for what it was for?
No, he was calling me from prison, he just spoke to me and the phone went off.
You were investigating Mr. Nhlanhla. Did you not think that this information would have been vital?
No, he was in prison and they took the phone from him when he told me I was with that man and I gave him something.
All right. You deliberately create a false perceptions in the mind of Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, in your words, to gain his trust. Is this correct?
That's correct.
You misinterpreted access to the minister's office, correct?
Can you say?
You misinterpreted your access to the minister's office. You created an impression.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
You attached official documents to give artificial credibility to your communications.
That's correct. No.
You said you attached to add weight, paragraph 50.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. 51 and 124, you lied to create a false impression about being with Minister Mkhwanazi in Lusikisiki.
That's correct.
You admit to leaking disciplinary information to the media, correct?
On which matter?
The General Khan disciplinary.
That's correct.
You, though, initiated a Section 252A operation with the Hawks to catch perpetrators, yet you acknowledge you leaked to the media.
Yes, but is that I leaked the information.
Just a quick yes or no.
Yes,
I'm running out of time.
Yes, the message was leaked as to what was going to happen during the hearing.
All right. To close up, Chairperson, Mr. Mkhwanazi, you admitted you have, and you really have today dressed up the word lying in very fancy clothes. You use words like you created false perceptions in paragraph 42. You misrepresented your access to the minister in 46. You lied about Lusikisiki, which you say you did. You admit to leaking information of proceedings, which I think were internal. It is yourself that has painted yourself a professional liar, Mr. Mkhwanazi, no one else. You relied on suspicion and possibility of the CIA claims. You have, through your verbal testimony at about 5:15 today, accepted that you took money from someone that you were investigating, namely Mr. Nhlanhla. Honorable Malema here even said to you, it's extortion. You were charged so many times, you can't even remember for what anymore, including fraud, motor theft, assault. Verbally, when you were asked, did you murder someone, in those words, you said, yes, I did. And then you proceeded to tell us it's private. Given these admissions, why should this committee accept any of your allegations on attempted murders, CIA, and to that effect, how must this committee believe anything you say? As anything you say might be a construction of perception you yourself wish to create. Mr. Mkhwanazi, these are your words as you described it today. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Klopper. Evidence leaders, will you have something to deal with? I've said, I've noted to Honorable Skosana, wait. No, I'm not saying now, I'm saying, will you have?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, no, we are not.
You are
from my
fine.
side. I don't know if my colleague.
We are fatigued. I was willing to give you an hour.
No, Chair, I think we ventilated all issues.
Okay, let's take Honorable Skosana quickly.
Thank you. Otherwise, Honorable Malema will remember Orlando Stadium. So yeah, we've done well, Chair. No extra time. I want to go back to, if you remember when I asked you, I said page 25. If you remember what I said to you, do you have any evidence to support allegation against Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu that are CIA agents? And if so, if not so, is perjury. Now, because you have confirmed when Honorable Malema and Honorable Sangoni ask you about this matter, now it means it's perjury.
Yeah, and then when I responded to you, I requested that based on the statement that I have seen that was written making this allegation.
Yes.
And she said, no, because you don't have a statement and you are promising to make any submission. Until then, please, there is no such thing. That's what I admitted, and I do admit. that
Yeah, but you agree that you've withdrawn that now.
Yes, I have withdrawn, and she
Yeah,
said,
so the perjury for what I said to you stays. Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to remind the witness on that. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, honorable members.
Chair.
Mr.
second.
Mkhwanazi.
You know, I want to thank the committee. You know, now it means on my submissions, I have little thing to submit now. And, you know, I was warned, I must be honest, that look,
Who
we have
warned
a
you,
chance,
Mr.
I'll
Mkhwanazi?
tell a very high senior person, when you get there, go and retract immediately. And I said, and I was boosting, calling the person who wrote the statement. Are you still willing to testify? He said, yeah. I withdraw. I don't even want that statement. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much,
I must write the message to General.
Bob Brown Mkhwanazi. Members, thank you so much. I think from the aspects of the evidence of the witness you covered, I will not be asking any questions. Because I think satisfactorily you had have covered all the aspects that the witness would have raised. Of course, evidence leaders will help us and guide us with our secretariat on writing to the crime intelligence boss on a number of issues that would have been raised by members here that needs the institution's confirmation in respect of Mr. Brown Mkhwanazi. Mr. Mkhwanazi, thank you so much for coming to your parliament. We may have had some minor hurdles in terms of securing you to come at the time we wanted you to be here. But as you committed that you are actually willing to come, we just need to fix some few minor issues in relation to logistical matters coming here. So we have no doubt that your evidence, including the parts that have been retracted.
Imagine if I was you were subpoenaed.
It's good that you did not subpoena you. You came at your own volition.
You are going to find me in the morning before the assignment. No,
So we thank you so much, and we have no doubt that the evidence you would have assisted the committee work with is going to be valuable in us arriving on the findings and on the recommendations of what needs to be done. what joins us together, you can see that this committee comprises of several political parties, but you see that we speak in unison. Solely because that what joins us together is that justice must be done for the people of South Africa. We want to rid state institutions of any possible wrongdoing that they might be engulfed with. So that's why you see us this united as a multi-party committee. We thank you so much. We wish you safety. We may need you for other purposes in the near future. The work of Parliament still continues. Our term ends in 2029. So we're still here for quite some time. There may be some other obligations that may need you. Wish you safe travel back home and wish you that you be safe whilst the state institutions are still dealing with these kind of matters. Honorable members, we are meeting Thursday now, not tomorrow. We have changed this thing of 11 o'clock. We are moving closer earlier. I know that if the chief whip was here, he was going to fight with me very hard. We are prioritizing that let's have 10 so that as we are approaching the end, we must be able to finish a lot of things. We are briefed by the evidence leaders that Mr. Paul O'Sullivan is coming back to finish his testimony. General Khomotso Phahlane is also coming on the same Thursday to finish his testimony. So you bring some water and sweets for the day. It's going to be busy. Thank you so much, members. Thank you so much to the staff, the media.
Thank you, Chairperson, and we like your new suit for the occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, members. The meeting is adjourned.
Yokhala madoda.
All relevant information relating to the two witnesses of Thursday is in the group.
Thank you.